We're delighted that this is the first night, the unveiling of the PaykanArtCar. The inspiration is that you take a great source of Iranian modernity and progress, the Paykan, which is a historic automobile in Iran, and literally turn it into a vehicle for human rights. Today, this vehicle that was once gifted by the Shah of Iran to a terrible dictator, Nicolae Ceausescu, is now a vehicle for human rights. And the first PaykanArtCar, painted by Alireza Shojayan, is to support LGBTQ rights, because the LGBTQ community in Iran is horribly oppressed. Hopefully, this PaykanArtCar will give voice to people that can't speak for themselves inside of Iran. We interviewed a variety of artists, and there was incredible enthusiasm. Alireza stood out for his passion, his conviction, and his proposal of using the Shahnameh in order to illustrate the cause of LGBTQ rights in Iran. And it became obvious when we first spoke with him that he was going to be the first PaykanArtCar artist. We're delighted to be here at the Human Rights Foundation unveiling the first PaykanArtCar. The Human Rights Foundation has been a leading advocate of human rights around the world. My friend Gary Kasparov has done amazing things here. It's a humbling experience to unveil the first PaykanArtCar. Hopefully this first PaykanArtCar in support of LGBTQ rights in Iran will be a voice of the oppressed, a voice of those brutally oppressed inside of Iran that can't speak for themselves. We're delighted to be here. The 10th century book of Shahnameh, which is a Persian epic tale, focuses on the great stories of Persian culture. The artist Alireza Shojayan selected images emblematic of the Shahnameh to illustrate the car in order to become a voice for the oppressed inside of Iran. So on the hood of the car, you see two characters, Sohrab and Shaban. Shaban is actually a character from a subsequent art that built upon the Shahnameh. And historically, they had been combatants. But Alireza Shojayan created them as intimates, and he painted it on the hood of the car in order to promote those rights that are so brutally oppressed in Iran.